Okay, so welcome back to week 3 of FTH212. My name's Josh Remington. So for the class, I'm going to go ahead and so you can see my face. Sorry, the camera lights are really bright. Okay, we'll go ahead and get that readjusted. So as you can see, here we have our slide with the original installed sites. So we are going to take a quick break and we're going to reinstall the new sites and we're going to go over the rest of the project for this week. So we will see you shortly. Okay, and we're back. So for the first part of this video submission, we're going to go with our answer. No, I would not change my answer. What I would continue doing though is education on the Striker Fire platform. Every company out there, whether it be Glock, SIG, FN, Canik, they all kind of had their own ways of attacking the Striker Fire system. So I believe that taking as many different classes that specifically focus on each platform is going to be very beneficial for me over my career. So, and with that, for the part 2, we showed you the before. Now, here's the after. So we have our brand new XS sights, and I gotta say, I am very impressed with these. So I'm looking forward to getting out on the range and seeing how they do. Of course, I'm gonna try some low-level shooting and whatnot, but so far, they seem to be well-built sights. So for the fitment, they actually went on really good. For the class being what it was and using punches, which is not one of my preferred methods, they actually went in quite easily. The dovetail was very well cut, a little bit of lube, they slid right in. I did have a personal hiccup and marred the, I apologize for that, marred the finish on the slide, but that's easy enough for me to fix. So would a sight pusher help? Yes, absolutely. Using the punch and hammer method and using a caliper, a good set of calipers, to measure your width on either side, that is a very good way to do it. It is a very basic way that I believe every gunsmith should know. However, for every job, there is a right tool, and absolutely a sight pusher with the proper knowledge on how to use it, because many are different, would absolutely help and make the job easier for the gunsmith. As for precautions against damage, well, I had it chucked up in my vise in silicone soft jaws, and I used a aluminum punch to drive it in. It did leave a little marring on the finish and where I slightly touched the edge of the slide. Other than that, this being a personal gun, I'm not going to complain about that. And as we stated, as we stated before, for the method of measurement, what we would do is use our calipers, zero them out, and we would get our measurement on either side as such. It's hard to do this on camera. So we do it as such until we could drift it in left or right and get the same number or as close. With a hammer is going to be very hard. So with that, that concludes our video submission for week 3 for FTH212. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week.